of rapprochement at a London English-speaking union dinner, General Norstad, Shapehead, observes,
It's high time that we start the profitless inventory of credit and blame for an unhappy episode now behind us. The plain fact is that we need each other. One reason why we have learned to live together is that most assuredly we would not live long apart.
Prime Minister Macmillan praises Ike's favoring Bermuda as the Big Three meeting site.
And I think all my fellow countrymen will be touched at the generous gesture which the President has made in suggesting that he should be our guest on British soil.
Glenarvan Country Club links at Thomasville, Georgia, serve President Eisenhower for his first round of golf on his brief midwinter vacation. Press Secretary Jim Haggerty shows excellent dupper form. Pro John Walter and George Allen are the other players in the presidential foursome. Now he's putting. Well, just average putting. But with Minnie, he's never had it so good. Another demonstration of German ingenuity, a ship that carries its own ways for launching its own launch, sending aloft your newsreel lensman to film the operation. This is its shakedown cruise, and if it passes today's tests in the North Sea, it will be incorporated in West Germany's mini-navy as a patrol cruiser out of Bremerhaven. Its imaginative builder calls it an SOS ship, and as most of the distress calls in these waters are from shoals and reefs, tiny's handy. Its meager draft is the thing for shallows. A refugee camp at Mödling, Austria becomes an angry scene with the appearance of a car carrying two Hungarian communists to sit on a repatriation board. The refugees would like to tear the traitors limb from limb for their betrayal of Hungary to the Kremlin. Sitting with the puppets on the board are two Austrians and a representative of the United Nations. But there's very little business. Not many want to return to communist slavery. The Austrians and the UN man are for the applicant's protection, if there's such a thing as protection against communist perfidy. Outside the refugee sitting, freedom fighters hang an effigy and burn the puppet flag of Premier Kedar, who caused the Red Army to slaughter his compatriots in Budapest, the event ending in failure to persuade and another angry demonstration.
This is Brotherhood Week of the National Conference of Christians and Jews. Actually, it's the 25th annual observance born from an idea that was created in the mind of a priest in Denver, Colorado. So we call upon all of you who cherish your American ideals and traditions to join in this great crusade for brotherhood. You can subscribe to membership through the manager of this theater, and you'll be paying a very small premium for a tremendously large policy in America that's strong, free, and united.
An El Al airliner completes a scheduled flight from London to Vienna. It looks like a disaster crew is expecting trouble, but that's not the case. 15,000 feet over Limburg, Germany, a baby was born. Stewardess Alice Flash, assisted by the steward, fittingly enough acted as midwife for the historical event. Mrs. Fritzie Fangels is the first woman to give birth while flying. As usual, when Cleo is active, your Movietone news was around to record her work, even to reporting that Mother's doing well as she's off to Vienna's Golden Cross Hospital. pleasure cars strive for records on the sandy measured mile at Daytona Beach, Florida, all flirting with better than 2-mile-a-minute speeds. Bill Norcott, thundering along at 130 miles an hour, goes into a heart-stopping skid. The car bursts into flames. Help is frantically on the way. Stark tragedy stalks the daredevil driveway. But with the help of the seatbelt, the driver incredibly escapes with just cuts and bruises and a lifetime of memories. How about that? Westminster Kennel Club Show, Madison Square Garden, New York City. The World Series of Dogmen. The judges lead the usual dog life trying to pick a winner. The Dalmatian is delightful. The French Poodle is mighty prim and pert. Watch him. Behold the Bedlington Terrier. Best of breed, a team of Boston Terriers. Best in show, African Hound Champion Shere Khan of Grandeur. First hound breed ever to take top prize. You just an old hound dog.